Hi, I'm Derek. Oh my God, I've had some work done. What? Look at me. Oh, I'm tight as a drum. I really have been enjoying being unemployed. Can, you can hardly tell anything has been happening in my life. This is who I am now, all taped up and ready to go. Well, I am all ready to go. I hope you are too for our another one of our live adventures here on YouTube. Remember, if you're not watching live, you can catch it anytime. It lives forever on YouTube. But we do these Sundays at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, 1 p.m. Pacific. Romaine is joining now live from her lady cave in New Jersey. Hello, lady.
Hey, hold on.
Okay,
Sorry.
Romaine is getting
I'm,
set up. I will just
I'm,
remind you all, please follow us on Twitter, DNR Show on Twitter. Subscribe to us on YouTube. And of course, like our Facebook page, Derek and Romaine on Facebook. Romaine is getting her little wireless mic up and ready. And here she is. Hi, lady.
Hi, how's everyone doing?
Well, so far, I think for live viewers, it's just us. But for the people who are watching who didn't join us live, they get a hello.
You know what? I am an asshole because I did not promote this. I'm sorry.
Well,
I've had a lot going on.
apparently so. So I have barely talked to Romaine in the last 48 hours. I was a little nervous that she would remember that we were on for 4.
I had to. I'm not even kidding. I had to speed like a bat out of hell to get home in time for this. I have been painting and cleaning all day and making endless trips to the hardware store, like endless. Derek, I have been to a hardware store 5 times today.
Oh my God, it's like you just bought a house.
I know. Oh my God. Well, and it was for the dumbest shit. Like the first couple of times, the first time I needed to go and get like a crescent wrench.
A crescent roll? That sounds delicious.
Yeah, doesn't it? Ooh, that does kind of sound yummy. No, a crescent wrench. I had to go get a crescent wrench to take apart some big rig thing. And then
it's rigged.
A rig, yeah. And then the second time I went for a grinder blade because I had to buy a grinder today.
Yeah, I've also spent some time on Grinder at Home Depot.
Yeah, not that kind of grinder. This is a grinder to cut through like bolts. I had to buy one of those today, so I have a new tool in my collection. And then I had to buy some extra blades because the one it came with were not the kind I needed. So I had to go back to get those. And then I had to go back for 2 more crescent wrenches because the one I got was not the right size. I needed a bigger one, even though I thought I got the biggest one they had. And then I had to get some paint supplies because even though we had not anticipated painting today, we ended up painting today.
Supplies.
And then we ran out of paint, so I had to go back and get some more paint. So tired.
Your life sounds terrible.
I've been up since 5:30 this morning. I shit you not. I've been up and working since 5:30 this morning.
Ugh, that sounds unbearable.
Kind of a little bit. And by the way, it is so hot. It is so hot outside and muggy and horrendous. So needless to say, I'm a little frantic, I think is the word I'm looking for. A little frantic. And of course, Iris is missing out on all of this exciting adventures and fun because she is in, where the fuck is she? Delaware, I want to say. She's in Delaware, I think. Taking a CrossFit class, some kind of training course for her coaching for the gym. So she's off doing that. So she missed out on all the horrendous cleaning. Although I missed out on a lot of the cleaning too because I kept having to go to the hardware store, which was kind of nice because I hate cleaning. I do enough of that at home. So I missed all that shit, which was great. Although, Derek, oh no. My. So one of the owners, this woman who is my new girlfriend, Tara, and I keep shamelessly flirting with her.
In front of your wife.
Oh, yeah. Well, because, I used to call Tara Iris's girlfriend. She was like Iris's girlfriend at the box. And now I have decided that she's going to be my new girlfriend. And I flirt with her so shamelessly. It's ridiculous. But today she's like, I'm gonna bring an extra set of hands. And I'm like, oh, okay. And she goes, it's my man candy. And I'm like, okay. So she brought this guy who would have made all the gay guys in our audience cry to the sweet baby Jesus because he was Candy. And I kept calling him Candy all day.
How did he feel about that?
I don't think he minded. But he was in like a wife beater, and he's like one of those like really muscly, like straight guys with like a buzz cut. And his muscles were popping out everywhere. And then I gave him the grinder to start grinding away things. So he's got like sparks flying everywhere, and he's all manly. And I was like, oh my. Even I was like, oh, hey, hello. Whew, he was kind of, he was something to behold.
Wow. Romaine's lesbianism hanging on by a thread.
That's what I kept telling Tara. I'm like, man, it's days like today when I see a man doing man jobs, and I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be a lesbian. I wish I had a man to do man jobs.
Going on a man hunt. Turn it around.
But I was glad he was there because I didn't want to have to use the grinder because I've never used one before, and I would have probably cried a little bit.
It's really easy. You just put up a picture and then you lie about having a boyfriend. It's great.
Is that how it works?
Yeah, it's totally how it works, apparently.
Do we have any viewers yet? Are we still alone?
No, we have like 100 viewers. We have people viewing.
We do. You didn't tell me that there are viewers that showed up. Here, I just thought I was talking to you.
No. It's just, I mean, it takes a minute. They got to cycle through and whatever else. But yes.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, all right. Whew, all right.
I'm sure people enjoyed the story, though.
Anyway, you would have loved Candy. He was pretty dreamy.
Why are there not pictures of said Candy?
I might actually have some. Hold on. Let me see because Romy took the camera at one point and was taking pictures. So let me see if she took a picture of Candy. Because he was Candylicious, let me tell you. I was like, oh my. Let me see. Candy. Where's Candy? There's so many pictures that she took, but probably not one of Candy.
Oh no.
Oh wait, here's one of Candy. It's just his ass though. Can you see it?
I love Candy when he's stuck to my sweater.
Can you see him in there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with the sparks flying. Oh yeah.
Yeah, actually put the picture back up and then say something so people can see it for a little longer.
Okay. So there he is. He's grinding. Those are sparks flying off the grinder. He was, and his face wasn't bad either. Like he had a nice body and not bad face. Just saying. Sometimes they have nice body and ugly face.
I know. That's really sad. In the porn world, that's called 2 out of 3.
Is that what that is?
Well, no, in porn, you have to have 2 out of 3. This was always the porn rule. Hot face, hot body, big dick. You could have a hot face and a hot body and a small dick, or you could have a hot body and a big dick and a not hot face, or you could have a cute face and a big dick and an okay body. But you had to at least have 2 out of the 3. And you'll notice the personality was not one of them.
I think my daughter liked taking pictures of Candy from behind because I have about 50 different pictures of his ass.
Okay, well, she's man crazy, that one, even though she's 7. How old is she now? 8?
8. Yes, Lord. 8 now.
Yeah. Well, that is terrific. We have a bunch of questions already, Romaine, ready to go.
Okay. All right, let's do it.
Okay. Now that we got our coffee clutches-ish stuff out of the way, we will start with Carlos. Oh, Carlos, don't be chicken.
I love that.
I know. Me too. Carlos is DNR. Did Jeff go on that Sunday night dinner or was he stood up? If so, #sad panda.
I'm pretty sure he was stood up. I could double check with him, but I'm pretty sure he was stood up. I'll text him and see if I can find out.
All right.
But I think he was stood up.
While Romaine is doing that, Heidi has some feedback about your grinder.
Okay.
Butterface. Everything butterface.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, there you go. Rebecca says, I am wondering who Yuri is. I heard you talked to him. Okay, so Yuri in Canada used to call the show like mostly every day. Not every day, but pretty close. And we didn't know who he was. His Russian accent was terrible. I'm certain it was not real. But we did not know. It wasn't like, oh, it's Stanton pretending to be Yuri. We didn't know anything about it. But Romaine did actually get an email from Yuri.
I did.
Last week.
Yeah, he emailed me and he wanted to know what happened to the show. And of course, I was like, Yuri, oh, the show was canceled, honey. And I said, but more importantly, how are you doing? Because, you know, the listeners have been worried. And I said, I would like to know so I can report back. And he said he's doing okay, but he misses his friends.
I told Romaine that she should tell Yuri that his phone calls were the reason our show got canceled. And she thought that was too mean.
That's mean. And by the way, Jeff said, no, he did not go on that date. Sad face.
Oh, that is sad, Panda, all around.
Yeah.
All right. Gary has a question. Gary says, your thoughts on the Ashley Madison hack released this week? Well, I'm going to have my full thoughts. My next podcast that is going to go up later on tonight is the 5 things, good and bad, that I care about right now. And one of them is this Ashley Madison hack, which is glorious. I mean, it's pretty fantastic. Just because 2 of the biggest anti-gay douchebags naturally rolled up inside Ashley Madison. And I
Gotta love it.
Yeah, there would have been more of them if they were younger and more tech savvy, realistically speaking. But these are one of those moments where a lot of 60-year-old politicians are relieved that they don't know anything about the internet.
No shit. That's totally true.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what else rolls out of this fucking hack. This could be awesome.
Well, pretty quickly we saw these 2, and I suspect that people have like a list of their sort of favorite go-to targets for this kind of thing. And so they were searching specifically for these people, which is why they found them. Because Ashley Madison, this was the part about the Ashley Madison hack that was the most surprising to me. That there were, 37 million accounts, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. There's 60 million marriages in America. So do the math in terms of the percentage of married people who are cheating. Now, granted, a portion of those Ashley Madison people are single people who are want to be in a relationship with somebody who's married, but even still, that's a huge chunk of the married population that is getting it on.
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah. So that, I think, was the most surprising thing, that there were 37 million accounts in Ashley Madison's database. So it might take a while to find other people, but that's my takeaway. America, you're fucking a lot. And Alabama apparently is the #1 state for Ashley Madison. They're just, nobody can keep it in their pants there for some reason.
Really? That's actually kind of surprising. Who knew?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mississippi next door was one of their lowest states. And people were kind of surprised by that. But somebody online posited that it was because nobody in Mississippi has internet access.
Okay, that's just sad. That's
I know. It's just mean. Sad. That's just mean to be mean. Okay, Jeffrey has a question. Remember, you can interact with us using the thing that looks like a keypad up here. I'm sorry, I'm clutching my pearls. Like, oh, I'm covering my neck from the sun. Just use the keypad here to ask your questions. And if you're watching us live, or follow the interactive instructions that are on the screen. Okay. Jeffrey says, we know Romaine loves Hillary, but what are your thoughts on Bernie Sanders at this point? Romaine, are you feeling the burn?
No, I'm still Team Hillary. I'm always going to be Team Hillary. You're not going to ever switch my mind. I want Hillary. I don't even want to think about anybody else.
I'm also Team Hillary, and I'm so irritated by the coverage about her email, mostly because it just feels like the press is so excited about it because they want something to talk about with Hillary. And there's so little there that it's mind-boggling to me that they can carry on 20-minute conversations about it on Morning Joe. There's very, very little here. And I remember, because somebody posted about this on Facebook, about how the RNC during the Bush administration set up a secondary RNC server for Republican government officials to conduct business so it wouldn't be caught up in FOIA requests. And people on the left were really upset about this because remember, Cheney was having his secret energy meetings with people in the oil industry, and it was all off book, and everyone wanted to know what was being given away and promised and all these kinds of things. So there was a whole thing during the Bush administration about having off book servers and trying to conduct business that would not be open to FOIA requests. So I consider anybody who is upset about Hillary now, who wasn't upset about that then, to be total hypocrites, because there really is no difference whatsoever, except that in this case, Hillary turned over some of the emails at the very least. We didn't get any of the emails out of the RNC in the early 2000s. But mostly this just feels like a lot of nothing. It feels like a lot of stupid and a lot of nothing. But frankly, people are much more excited about Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump right now than anything else. So it doesn't even matter what Hillary or Jeb Bush do. They look so old school and boring in comparison because they're not with the snappy liners and the huge crowds.
True.
So anyway, so there you go about that. Now let's go to Gerald. Gerald says, Derek, did you ever hear anything from Bobby in Tennessee? You had mentioned in one of the hangouts that he had been in the hospital.
Bobby's fine. He's doing okay. I keep a pretty close eye on Bobby on Facebook. And from what I could tell, he seems to be doing all right.
Yeah, he posted something on Facebook just today. So I think Bobby is fine. He took a break from posting a bit, I guess, while he was in the hospital or traveling. But yeah, he's been posting fairly regularly in the Derek and Romaine group. I know it's very confusing because there's lots of different places that Derek and Romaine live in the ether. It's very confusing for everyone. But that's where Bobby posts. So if you want to catch up on Bobby in Tennessee, that's the place. Derek and Romaine group, not page. I know it's very confusing. iChart New York says Derek and Romaine sponsored this week by Life Alert and Glucerna. Apparently those are the ads running before our YouTube video, Romaine. How do you feel about that?
I mean, if you could have seen me bent over painting, practically having a heart attack as the blood rushed to my head, Life Alert sounds like a pretty good idea right about now. I was a mess.
I believe it. Well, I have a little bit of lower back pain from gardening yesterday, which sounds like something my grandmother would have said in a phone call. Grandma, how are you? Oh, my back hurts a little from gardening. That makes me want to kill myself.
It should make you want to kill yourself.
Right? That's like something old people say.
It is totally something old people say.
Okay.
I don't have soda.
Julie says, Derek, have you looked at the Facebook Mention app? What are your thoughts? So this is a new thing that Facebook is launching for celebrities. It's a bit like Periscope, where people can do live videos on Facebook and have it be interactive. I don't know that they've opened it up to everyone. Romaine and I don't have verified Facebook pages.
I didn't even know there was such a thing.
Yeah. And so I think it's only open to the people who have verified Facebook pages. I think so. So as soon as it becomes available to us, we'll give it a whirl because a lot of our fans are on Facebook and it's a great way to connect with people. But as of right now, I don't know that it's accessible to us. So there you have it. Jim says, Derek, loved your prayers for poultry story last week. Just how many chickens have you gotten on your knees for? Okay, so Romaine, you missed this story.
Yes, I did.
But I'm sure growing up in Wyoming, you were quite familiar, even though your TV only had 4 channels on it. I'm sure the 4th channel was some televangelist channel.
Uh-huh.
So there were these televangelists in Southern California, Paul and Jan Crouch. Crouch. Look them up on YouTube. There's going to be a lot of golden things in there. And Jan Crouch has this glorious, like, what Lady Bunny will look like in about 10 years. Glorious, big cotton candy hair, super overdone makeup, right? Not like Tammy Faye Baker, like scary, but like, drag queen makeup.
Okay.
And Jan Crouch, one of her classic televangelism stories is that she had a pet chicken.
I already love this story, and I don't even know why.
She had a pet chicken, and the chicken died. And she prayed to Jesus, and Jesus brought her chicken back to life.
Okay. How old was she when this chicken died?
I don't know. I assume she was a little girl. I have no idea.
Her parents probably went out and replaced the fucking chicken.
It's a possibility. But if you go to YouTube and you type in Jan Crouch chicken story.
No.
Yes?
Do you think she had a zombie fucking chicken?
Hand to God.
No.
Jan Crouch, her chicken will rise again.
No.
So, yes.
No.
Yes.
Fucking people are crazy.
But also it's like, you know what? Chickens die. The chicken you eat at the supermarket only lives for like 17 days. So chickens die.
17 days? That seems so short.
Yeah. Well, they pump them through full of growth hormones, and by about day 17, their legs start breaking because they can't support the weight of their breasts anymore.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Oh, it's really bad. The factory farming of chicken is pretty terrifying.
Wow.
Yeah. I know you all think like, oh, the chicken must take a year or something to get to full size. No, it grows so fast. I mean, the only upside for the chicken is at least it doesn't live very long.
True.
And then there are the males that the male chicks just get shoved right into the shredder when they're born.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They shred the male chicks?
And then they just shred the males live.
That's fucked up.
I mean, you don't want to know how your food is made.
No, I don't. Ignorance is bliss. Ignorance is bliss. I'll stay ignorant forever. Keep me in the matrix.
Speaking of this, so I have been doing research. My family lived in Chicago. My maternal grandmother's family lived in Chicago, and they were there during the Great Chicago Fire in 1871. They actually lived on the same street to Coven where the fire started at the O'Leary barn. The O'Learys were at 137. My ancestors were at 171, like a few houses down, very close. Anyway, so I've been doing a lot of research on this time period and everything as part of my genealogy searching and everything. And one of the things I was reading up on was sort of the beginning of factory farming that started in Chicago in the stockyards, the Union stockyards there. And this guy invented something called the Beresford wheel. Which
what the hell is that?
I guess it was some kind of hook that would scoop the pigs up out of the pen, lift them up by their one leg, and then move them into a chain into what was called the disassembly line.
Oh, no. That's some fucked up shit.
Disassembled.
Ew.
And when this started, at their peak, they did something like they were able to slaughter thousands of hogs in a day, in an hour, right?
Wow.
With this Beresford wheel. And the thing is that when it first was invented, it was so transformative in the way of farming, like meat, that tourists came to Chicago to go to the factory to watch the pigs get disassembled.
What?
Because they had never seen anything like it in their lives.
That sounds like a horror show. Why would you want to watch that?
Well, it was a horror show. And also people were very conflicted about the tourists going to see it, that people were fascinated but disturbed. But you also have to understand that this was a time in like the late 1860s, early 1870s, right? This was a time period where most people had killed their food that they ate, or the food was killed next door to where they lived. Like most people had grown up in fairly agrarian ways. So the fact that animals died and became food was not like a foreign concept. So a lot of people just marveled at how efficient it was that they were slaughtering pigs versus how disturbing it was that a pig was getting slaughtered, because they had seen, their mother strangle a chicken like this before. Like, it was not a surprise.
Yeah.
How animals died. So people marveled at how it was, but there was literally a guy there, and the pigs would go by, and he would just slash their throats, blood splatter, slash, blood splatter, like his cow went by, or the pig went by. Yeah.
Horrible.
Anyway, so there you go, the Beresford Wheel. Now you've learned something disturbing. You're welcome. But that was sort of the beginning of, factory farming as we know it. And so that was really how things have turned into what we have now. It all really started with the Beresford Wheel. So there you go.
Little lesson here on Derek and Romaine.
That's right. Just a little one. Poquito. Michael says, hey there, I just want to tell everyone we're getting married September 25th in San Francisco, Folsom weekend. Well, congratulations to Michael and Tony.
I know. I'm excited for them.
Me too. They've been on the Derek and Romaine cruise many times, and we're going to see them this fall. So that's very exciting. They will be newly married people when we see them.
Does this mean this is like their honeymoon cruise?
Oh, I'll bet it is. Well, we'll have to have a special little fete for them or something. A glass of champagne. Something nice. Rob says, November cruise update.
What does that mean?
I guess he wants to know if there's an update. Well, I will say this.
What's that?
We finalized the booking for all the people who are going. It is, once again, the largest cruise we've ever done. Every cruise we do gets bigger and bigger. And so I'm very excited. We're going to have a big group this time, even bigger than last time. And last time was a big group.
Yeah, it was. It was last time.
So this is going to be fun. And also, the way that the breakaway is designed, Bobby Intern 2 sent me a text message. He said he's watching the show.
Aw.
I know. Hi, Bobby.
Hi, Bobby.
So the way the breakaway is designed, the ship that we're going on this fall, is it has lots of much smaller spaces versus sort of the bigger spaces that people may be used to on a lot of ships. So what'll be great is when our big group gets together, we'll sort of fill the rooms that we're in. So that'll be really fun. But it makes me nervous that, if we get twice as many people as we have now, we'll be limited in our cruise ship choices because we just won't be able to have everyone in the same place at the same time.
True.
Once we start getting to, 200-300 people.
I will say this because people have been asking about like the theme nights and fun stuff like that. So one of the things that we're gonna be doing on the first day of the ship setting sail is that's our Derek and Romaine show your Derek and Romaine Pride Day. So that's the day that everyone can wear like crazy T-shirts that are like, because a lot of people go and have like T-shirts made at like Custom Ink and things like that. So that you can wear your favorite Derek and Romaine T-shirt or a hat or whatever you want to do to show your Derek and Romaine pride.
Okay. I think that'll be fun. And I think Tiffany and Kelly made a T-shirt design that they put in the DNR cruise group as well.
They're so creative.
Shalom.
It's not. No, it's my brain. I'm showing you my brain.
Oh my God. Speaking
Don't
of
it,
Heidi has a related question to your brain hat.
Okay.
I'm watching Walking Dead season 5 marathon right now. Are you guys going to watch Fear the Walking Dead tonight?
Yes. My wife actually texted me from Delaware this morning and said, will you please put the Fear the Walking Dead on in the DVR? I forgot to do it. So it's already been put in. It's being recorded. I can't watch it until she gets home though, or she'll get mad at me.
All right, here we go. Here's our next question. Neowan Kenobi says, hey, just signed up for the Alaska cruise yesterday. I assume this is Tim. I don't know who this is. Anyway, we'll find out. Anyway, I just signed up for the Alaska cruise yesterday. It will be my first cruise, so I'm very excited. I know on past cruises, you guys had a formal night. Do you know if they offer tuxwear rentals on the ship, or should I get something beforehand? Usually there is they usually have some kind of thing. Although the formal nights, oh no, actually on our cruise, there will not be a formal night. So it doesn't matter because
they usually do have like one night where if people want to dress up, you can, but it's not like a whole ship-wide thing.
Yeah, but I don't think they rent things though, because they don't do routine formal nights. So I don't know that they rent like tuxedos and things.
Good point. I bet they don't.
I'll bet they don't. You can contact NCL directly and find out if they do, but I would suspect that they probably don't. And in this day and age, I mean, if you really want to have a tux, honestly, or a perfectly nice suit is fine too, if you want to bring a suit. And the way that things cost now, it's cheaper to just buy a tuxedo. I mean, you can get a lovely tuxedo for like $200 all in. So there's no real reason to rent a tuxedo for whatever it costs to rent a tux. I've owned my own tux forever. I should probably get a new one, but yeah, it's super cheap to buy a tux these days. So if you really want one, especially if you're a grown adult, tuxedo styles, as long as you get a fairly classic style, won't go out of style as quickly as a suit will, for instance. So invest in a tux, and then you'll find other reasons to wear it. I promise. All right, so there you go. But for the rest of you who want to join us on the Alaska cruise, shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug. All the cruise information for the fall cruise, by the way, you can still join us. There's still space available on the fall cruise if you're on the East Coast. It's convenient to go. There are decent prices. The drink package can get included for free on all of the levels if you book before the end of this month. So if you want to go with us, it's basically a virtually all-inclusive price. And it's a good deal. So join us. DerekandRomaine.com is where all the cruise information is for our fall cruise and then our Alaska cruise leaving from Seattle on September 28th of 2016. All right, Zach has a genealogy question. Let me put on my genie hat. Derek, what are your thoughts about Ancestry.com? I've been using it for my family history. The problem I've seen is that there are so many partial records out there from people to wade through. Well, I will say this, Ancestry.com is the biggest resource for information. And so it has lots of material to wade through. It also has lots and lots of half-finished, poorly sourced family trees. So you always have to proceed with a certain amount of caution on Ancestry.com. I would recommend that you start by hand in another place first, in just sort of assembling the information that you know. FamilySearch.org is a free site that you could do some simple searching and also put together a family tree. They make a nice fan design. And that's a good place to start. But if you already started your Ancestry.com, like a paid thing, then pop in there and sort through it. But it takes some sorting for sure. But take everything with a grain of salt, because all sorts of people connect to things that are bullshit. And by the way, I will sometimes discover later that I have gone down a false path. Like I'll be 90, 95% sure that this is exactly what I'm looking for, and then it's not. So that can happen sometimes, even to people who are fairly sophisticated and savvy genealogy people, of which I would consider myself one at this point. So always double check your work. Always double check other people's work, for sure. All right,
for sure, Derek.
And what is this hat?
What is what? This is my fuzzy pimp hat. Do you like it?
I do.
Thank you. I have many hats. Giddy is obsessed with sending me hats. I get like 5 hats a day. I shit you not.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I think Giddy has a problem. She just keeps sending me hats. And I wear them. I don't know. I'm a crazy person.
And you can't say no to a gift.
I generally don't. I don't know what's wrong with me. I have problems.
Norma says, the ad I saw was a dog licking a baby's mouth and then showing the dog drinking from the toilet and licking the inside of a dirty diaper. Blurg.
That's disgusting. Oh my God. Why? Why does that ad need to exist? Oh, that.
Yeah, I agree. That's disturbing. All right, Erica has a question. Is Romaine's in-home studio almost done so we can get a podcast of both of you in the next couple of weeks?
It actually is almost done. I think I'm only waiting on one more piece of equipment. But yeah, it is almost done. So whenever Derek is ready to give it a whirl, I will try to do that. Maybe we'll do one this week.
God, I hope so.
I would like to. I think I've got it all set up. I think I can do it. Let's give it a whirl. Whirl!
Okay.
Or should I say woo?
Woo! Okay.
Yes, I was trying to be like Cher. Woo!
Oh! Dale says, tell little Romy to say hi.
Romy, do you want to come and say hi to everybody? They'd like to see you. Why? She says, why? That's what she says. I don't think she likes.
She's a star. See if that encourages.
Because they want to see the young star. Yeah, I guess that means you.
Rising in the east like the sun.
Are you coming or not? You better get over here if you're going to come over. No, we don't do slow around here.
Dun,
Dun, dun, dun, dun. There she is. And she's got her own sparkly hat. See, we're a family that hats together.
Well, the family that hats together, shats together.
I guess. You should have seen her today. She was pretty great. She played the role of babysitter to an 18-month-old. And she also is a very good painter. I put her to work. I'm sure there are child labor laws and shit, but
Well, I don't know how strictly they're enforced when she's working on a family business or around the house, or 8 years old that doesn't know how to dial child protective services yet.
She was pretty great, though. I have to give her credit. She worked really hard. And she didn't have to, but she did.
All right.
And now she's making dirty faces.
Okay, good.
Go away. Go
Bye.
Bye. There you
She
go.
exits with a dun da da da, and she comes into a scene with a dun da da da, because she needs to make an entrance and an exit.
I don't know where she learned such things.
I can't even begin to imagine why I have an attention-seeking child.
Cliff says, is Gay Days Anaheim out of the question? Are you all going? Well,
What's going on, Derek? Are we going? Are we staying? Are we going? Are we staying?
Trying to put the pieces together on our own has been slow going. So and every day that passes looks less and less likely, unfortunately, just because, we need to rely on the largesse of other people. And
I want to go. I want to go real bad.
Well, if you want to go, you just fucking go. We can go. It's not like our listeners won't be there.
But I. Okay.
Also, you were supposed to get me something that I don't think you got me yet.
I was?
I think so.
I don't remember.
I know. It's okay. Anyway.
Oh, wait. Was it an email address?
Yes.
Oh, God. You're right. I was supposed to do that. Let me send a text message.
But I will just say this. Romaine and I will shit or get off the pot this week. So there you go. We will have an announcement in next Sunday's broadcast. We're either going or definitively not going. So there you go. We will have an answer by next week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Such a mess. Why am I such a mess, Derek? I really am a mess. Oh, such a mess.
You are all of a sudden involved in like 3 different ventures at the same time. It's too many.
It is too many. I will be so glad when my part of Iris's gym project is done. Because really, all I have to do is keep them focused until it opens. Once it opens, then I can be like, I'm done. Right?
Yeah. Well, I hope so. Because meanwhile, we got things burning on the grill.
Oh, I know. I've been cooking. I don't think I've let anything like major burn yet. I've been trying to stay on top of it. Have I let anything burn?
I don't know.
I don't think I have. I've been doing all the stuff I said I would do. I feel like I don't know. Fuck it.
All right. Well, anyway, I got to call you after this real fast because I have some news for you. I have some questions.
Okay.
Okay, Zach says, if I owned a tux, I'd go all in with a top hat and cane. Then I'd wear it to the grocery store. I can see it now, walking down the aisle, pulling things in the carriage. Oh, Lord. And Erica says, any grocery store rants, Derek, I miss them. No, but my neighbor, I haven't been to the store yet today, but my neighbor apparently went to the grocery store and there was an old woman in front of her and she had a whole bunch of items. And then she goes, before we get started, I have some questions and coupons.
Oh, no.
I know.
Oh, no.
And then before I could even post anything, the very first person who posted goes, and then she probably wanted to write a check too.
That's funny.
All those things.
I have a rant, if you want, about a fucking shopping cart.
Okay, good. Yes.
I was out shopping yesterday, and some motherfucker let their cart go all willy-nilly and crash into my fucking car, which, you know, I'm very, very touchy when it comes to my car because 6 is my baby. And so if your fucking cart comes smashing into my fucking car, you can guarantee I want to kick your motherfucking ass. Luckily, my beautiful baby was fine. But let me tell you, I was ready to fucking kill someone. And I was not alone. Even Romy's like, Mommy, somebody left their cart out and it smacked our car. What are they, rude? And I said, yes, they are. Yes, they are, motherfucker. Ugh, hate people.
Ditto, babe. Ditto. Mike says, first time live. Love you guys. Derek, you're hot. Thank you.
Please. Oh, my God. Really?
Oh, yeah.
No. 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 Please. No.
Jason says, Derek's priorities. Number 1, job. Number 2, new tux. Well, you might have those switched around. I do
Really?
need a tux. Also, Jason and I are going to be doing a musicale performance on the fall cruise.
Please tell me there will be video shot of this musical performance.
Sure, if you want. There's already video of me dancing it out on the internet, so why not?
I feel like what is this? Something Daddy's Boy musical has got to be filmed.
It probably will be.
No, not probably. It is a necessity.
Okay. I have to get some props between now and then.
Oh, really, Daddy?
Well, it requires some costuming and probably some singing lessons.
Good God.
Okay. Steven says, every time I see shopping carts all over the lot, I think of you, Derek.
Doesn't everybody?
I guess so. Julie says, has Derek finished Sense8? No, but I have a good reason.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You're going to eat your words, lady. You're going to eat them because I have been burning my way through Orphan Black. I'm in the middle of season 2.
That is about time. I'm glad to hear you're finally catching up on Orphan Black, you loser. But that still does not mean you can't not watch Sense8.
No. But what I'm saying is I've been trying to get through this because our TiVo, because Mike is only here like once a month, so the TiVo starts filling up and I don't know what he's watched. And so I was like, fuck it. I got 30 hours of Orphan Black in here I got to burn through.
Here's the problem I'm having. You are planning all of your TV viewing around somebody who, by the way, doesn't even live at your fucking house. You need to stop with this crazy bullshit that you have to watch all these shows together. You just need to start fucking watching some shows.
Well, no, I mean, the thing was that when we had a job, it didn't matter what I watched and when, because I wasn't around when Mike was watching TV except on the weekend. So as long as there were a few shows that we were in sync with, we were fine as long as we had like a Sunday night. But the problem is now I'm here every fucking night. We have to synchronize all of our TV viewing now because otherwise one of us watches TV and the other one doesn't. It's a nightmare.
I shake my head at you.
I'm just saying, times have changed since cartoons went to color.
Okay.
Tiffany says, I will be filming it. So there you go. It will be filmed.
Yay!
Greg says, is Adam Sank going on the 2016 Alaska cruise? No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
I don't need to see him running around half naked all the time. I see enough of it online.
Yeah, I think that the DNR cruise that if we were going to have Adam go with us, the New York cruise would have been the one to go. But all of the studio cabins sold out. So we don't really have we don't have a place for him. Because the studio cabin's filled up with our own studio bitches. Okay, we're down to our last 15 minutes, Romaine, and she's
what?
Her...
Oh my God! How did an hour fly by? I mean, like that was quick.
I know the time really flies fast when we're doing this.
I mean, it does for us. Having fun.
That's probably why it flies, because we're having a good time.
I think that's it.
By the way, people really liked Jeff on last week's video.
Derek, people like Jeff. That's not a surprise to me. People like Jeff. He's fun.
He is fun. But no, I went really well last week. All right. Eric says, no stupid questions this time so far. Love the podcast. Waiting for your next one. Very awesome. All right, good. This is the kind of feedback I'm looking for.
Is it hard to put the podcast up on the iTunes? That's the part I don't know how to do. I've never done it. Is it hard? I'm assuming it's not hard.
It's crazy easy.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. So you're going to show me how to do that so we can do it?
I'll walk you through the thing, and it's crazy easy. I just have to make sure I remember my password. But yeah, it's super easy. I gotta think about it.
Okay.
I liked it in the old days before things got hacked, where I had one password for everything and I remembered it. And now I have personal passwords. I've got like 5 different personal passwords that I use for different things. And then I have passwords for Derek and Romaine stuff that are like shared passwords. I'm like, oh Lord. Anyway, I hope I remember it. Because everything is already auto login for me here. But then it's like, oh, right, I got to give these logins to Romaine. I don't remember.
That's why I do this thing that pretty much all experts would say is the worst idea ever. But whenever I set up something new with a password, I email myself, and I have a whole folder that is nothing but login informations with my login names and my passwords. I have a whole folder of it.
That's definitely not a good idea.
It's not. But let me tell you, I look in that folder at least once or twice a week for some password, for some fucking thing that I cannot remember what the fuck it is.
Oh my God. All right.
And I use virtually the same password, by the way, for everything.
That's
and yet, I still need something like this.
All right. Norma says, have you seen the Tig Notaro documentary on Netflix?
Yes, I have. I watched it with Norma. You actually should watch it. I think you'd like it, Derek. It's really funny.
I probably would. And I have been watching a lot of documentaries on Netflix recently. I watched the What Happened, Miss Simone, the Nina Simone documentary, which is great. And I just watched another documentary. Fuck.
Liar.
I can't remember what it was. I literally watched it in the last like 72 hours. Like just watched it. And now I can't remember what it was. And then I watched that terrible National Treasure movie, which I had never seen. And it was terrible.
Oh, my.
I enjoyed it, but it was terrible.
That Nick Cage movie?
Oh, my God. His wig is the worst special effect in it. It's so bad. It's the worst. I thought the Brendan Fraser wig in Journey to the Center of the Earth was bad. But no, this one, it's really, really bad. I don't even know what it is. It's not good. It was more believable that he actually stole the Declaration of Independence than that was real hair.
Wow. That's just sad.
To tell you everything that you need to know. All right. Harlan says, wish you could include Hedda Lettuce on one of these Google Hangouts. She's been dishing out the shade on YouTube. Oh. Well, we can include Hedda if we want to. I thought Hedda was still trapped in Provincetown and had intermittent internet access.
But does that mean Hedda has to get in drag to join us? Because, you know, she may not want to do that.
Yeah, that's the other problem is like, is Hedda really going to get into drag at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on a Sunday?
I find that highly unlikely.
Me too.
Although I will say, Hedda's been posting these great photos of herself up on Facebook lately. And I got to tell you, I don't know what she's got going on, but girl looks good. Really good.
Just water and Pilates.
Okay.
Fernando says, Alaska cruise question is my first time in a cruise. When I mention to my friends, they ask, what do you do in a cruise to Alaska? They have only been in Caribbean cruises. Comments. Well, Alaska's great because it's beautiful. It's a really spectacular place to see, especially the part where you cruise through Glacier Bay and you see the glaciers. It's really stunning. A lot of the times when the ship is sailing, you're just seeing a lot of ocean. But in Alaska, you get sort of up close and personal to some beautiful, beautiful nature. And then you can do a lot of the same things that you can do when you do a Caribbean cruise. Zip lining and kayaking and hiking.
The zip lining in Alaska is the best zip lining I've ever done. I mean, it was amazing. Because you were zip lining from tree to tree, and you were like on these high like platforms that were built onto the trees. It was craziness.
Yeah, I agree. The Alaska zip line was pretty incredible. It was beautiful. And the zip line that we did was in an abandoned gold mine. And that was spectacular. So it was sort of fun and rustic and zippy. I liked it a lot. And then a lot of Alaska is like Old West, you know, the Southwest, the old abandoned mine towns of the Southwest. Yeah. The difference is it's in these beautiful wooded mountainous areas. So it's really lovely, but it has sort of an Old West feel to it. And there are like our touristy towns that have things where they have like an old saloon and they have saloon girls and the whole thing. One of the listeners suggested we do one of our meetups. There's some famous whorehouse up there.
Ooh, a whorehouse! I like it.
Yeah, they think we should do our group activity to the trip to the whorehouse.
That sounds kind of fun, actually.
Yeah, I agree. It does sound like fun. Dale says, any plans for new and exciting guests in the future for the hangout? Sure.
Who do you want?
Yeah,
you gotta tell us who you want. We'll invite them. I mean, I'm okay with inviting people. I wouldn't mind having Weenie on one of these. I miss her. She's one of the people I miss a lot. She was new to the show, but I really like Christina or Christine. I always screw up her name, but I like Weenie. She was great. Was it Christina or Christine? I can't remember. Derek, which one is it?
Christine.
It was Christine? Why do I always want to call her Christina?
Because her teeny weenie ends with a vowel sound. Makes it sound more like an A than an E.
Okay.
That's probably why. Anne says, could not see the replay of Romaine's last Periscope. Can you put it on YouTube? Lady, a request for you. More you.
I mean, I feel like I did. Did I not put... The last one was Romy and I playing Gears, which, by the way... Okay, Derek, I haven't talked to you about this.
No.
I've created a bit of a monster. So, like 3 or 4 nights ago... You created
a bit of a monster 8 years ago.
Yeah. So 3 or 4 nights ago, or yeah, about that, I was playing Gears like I do almost every night. And Romy asked if she could play. And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. Oh, my God, Derek. She is so good. Like... She's so fucking good. And not only is she good, but she was like hanging with the big boys. Those of us who've been playing Gears pretty much every night for like 6 months straight.
Right.
She was at times kicking our ass. That's how good she is. And I was like, oh man. And now all the time she's like, are we going to play Gears? Can we play Gears? I want to play Gears. And she's just like me. She does all the same stuff I do. So you know how in Gears they have the chainsaw? All she wants to do is chainsaw people, which, by the way, is all I ever want to do.
Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah. She's just like me. And even when she's talking to people in the game, she sounds just like me. It's crazy time. It's crazy. She's so good. I mean, I kind of want her to play with us more because she's so good we could use the help. And, it's mother-daughter bonding time.
Yeah, bonding over killing people.
Okay, first of all, that we don't kill people in that game. We kill aliens. Lambents, drones, Rolandas.
Really? Do you have her killing your ex-girlfriends?
Yeah, there's this one creature in the game. He's like this big, fat, glowy thing that looks like he has like big, saggy tits. And we call it Rolanda.
No!
Yes, we totally do. We have lots of funny nicknames for things in the game that we just kind of make up our own their own terminology. So, like for instance, there's a turret gun, and we call it the turd. So everyone has like their turd, and then there's what else do we have nicknames for? Oh my god, there's so many nicknames that we have. The twins, who are like these badass motherfuckers who always kill us. They're really hard to kill. We have a thing we call prairie dogging, which is so inappropriate. It's when you bring an extra gun and you have it on hand so that if your gun runs out of bullets, you can pick up the prairie dog and it's already ready to go. We have this guy, Frankenstein, that we kill, even though he's not called Frankenstein. He just looks like Frankenstein.
I call him Frankenstein.
And Romy's nickname in the game is Dr. Chainsaw.
Or Chainsaw Ninja.
Or Chainsaw Ninja. I love it. It's so much fun. She's so good. I'm so proud of her because she kind of fucking rocks. Just saying.
Okay. Well, we're down to our last 4 minutes. Let's wrap things up fairly quickly. We have some suggestions of people that they would like to see on our next Google Plus adventure. Greg says, ask Donnie to be on the Hangout. He's the worst.
He is the worst. Do we really want him to hang out? Oh, God.
Well, Anne voted for him, too. So there you go.
No.
Dale wants to see Princess Eric, who's out in California now, Miss Tiger.
No, we might be able to do that.
Yeah. Heidi says me. So I guess Heidi wants to do it.
Okay.
And then a lot of people had some comments about you and, Dale also says Stanton would be a good choice. All right, so there you go. People had some good suggestions about your password business. Mike says, oh, Romaine, that's a terrible idea. Get a password storage app, not a folder. It's too easy to hack.
Listen, I agree. I'm not saying it's a great idea. I'm just saying it's what I do.
And Tanya says, use the Keeper app for password saving, fully encrypted, and you only need to remember one password to get into your account.
Okay.
Yeah. And Eric says, KeyPass app saves all passwords. Free app can be for your computer or your phone, which may actually be the same thing.
Okay.
All right. And then Donna says, Monday Mail Hag, please. It's been too long. Donna, I will do a new Monday Mail Hag, I guess, tomorrow. But of course, Mike will be here, so I don't know when I'm going to do the Mail Hag. But I will find a time to do a Monday Mail Hag on Monday because people miss it. So I will do that. And then I will have a new podcast up later on tonight. To listen to our podcast, go to DerekandRomaine.com, press the listen button up at the top. And then you can listen there. And then we also have information about our cruise and everything else on our show website, DerekandRomaine.com. And please, if you follow us on Twitter and Facebook and you are on our newsletter list and all those kinds of things, please go to our Derek and Romaine site and log into it and make sure all of your information is all tied up together because it clogs up our database, especially if you have old Twitters that you abandoned because you forgot your passwords. You know who you are.
I don't know who they are.
And Rick says, which stop in Alaska did you do the zip line? Do you remember?
I'm trying to think where we stopped.
Ketchikan.
Yeah. And Skagway, I know we stopped there.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
I can't either.
I feel like it was the middle day, but I can't remember.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I'm sorry.
I feel like it was the first port.
Maybe I don't remember. No, I don't know.
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter.
I'll have to look. I'll look and see if I can figure it out.
Yeah, it will not be hard to find because it's the only one where there's a zip line in an abandoned gold mine where you zip line over a 65-foot glory hole.
What's a glory hole?
Exactly. Thank you, Romaine. A
You're
delightful way to wrap things up.
It was. I'm glad we did this.
As am
Even though I
I.
had to rush home to get here to do it.
Fabulous.
Okay. I just want to say goodbye to all the bitches. Kisses to my bitches. I love you.
And I love you too. Deborah wants us to have Judy Gold on. That's a great idea. Lynn and Ivan both want Michelle Collins. She's very busy moving across the country right now, but we will see if we can get Mish Call on here too. And if we didn't get to your question, don't worry. We'll try to do it next week. Get your questions in early so that we can answer them for you. And remember, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Watch all of our videos there. Tell your friends. Like our videos, because that's helpful. And then like us on Facebook and Twitter. And enjoy our podcast at derekandromaine.com. Bye, everybody. Bye.
Bye.